The Catalan Dragons 8, Warrington Wolves 16 in Perpignan. We said in Game of the Week, in the last 5 contests, the average score difference between these two has been 8 points. And what do you know? It was 8 points yet again, this time to the Warrington Wolves. It was a brilliant, brilliant game, this, in the south of France. That first half was all about defence. It was a treat to the eye. Some massive shots being put on right across the park. The likes of Ty, Sims, Garcia, real stinging shots. I loved seeing that on a rugby league field. Some quality D on both sides of the field. I felt Warrington needed to win this. Had they gone 3 defeats from 3 against Catalan in the opening 12 rounds of Super League, that could have had a negative effect on Sam Burgess's men. This is a giant step forward for Warrington Wolves under Sam Burgess. It really is. Very difficult place to go and get 2 points. We saw what Catalan did against Hull KR when they visited earlier in the season. The fact that Desiree and Satai were on the bench, the power bombs that come on after 20, 25 minutes, I felt that Warrington would have a real tough time of it in that centre field. And I was right. Catalan absolutely bossed the forward battle. 405 metres, played 236 in favour of the Catalan Dragons. There was no doubt about it. In the first 2 games, though, the backs of Catalan outplayed the Warrington Wolves, but it was the backs that won this game for Warrington. There's no doubt about that. They outrun Catalan by approximately 50 metres, but it was the defensive efforts on both sides. The King and Ty in centre, really good. Fitzgibbon, Nicholson, again, putting some massive shifts in defence. I mean, some of the tackling statistics. Curry at loose forward, 42 tackles in this. That's outstanding at loose forward from Ben Curry. Really playing well in there. The likes of Harrison, he was blowing after about 20, 25 minutes. They seemed to target James Harrison. He had to do 36 tackles in this game. He had to put in a really, really big shift as well. Real good quality defence. We haven't seen Warrington defend a line like this for many, many years, probably under the Steve Price days, if we're being really honest. And they did really well in this. It was the defence that won it. They were pinned down all first half, it seemed. And how many times did Josh Fewlis bring Warrington out of backfield? You know, the interception, of course, but he did it a couple of times as well in the second half, relieving runs from Josh Fewlis, who I felt had a really, really good game. 4 kicks from 4 as well on the day. I think Fewlis played very well indeed. I mean, there's no doubt about it for me. The Romano try on 47 minutes, that goes up as a try. It's a try. It went up as a no try. It's given as a no try. I mean, there was no evidence, absolutely none. So had the no try on-field decision be scrapped, I still think this would have been given as a no try because there was no conclusive evidence that Romano got it down. But on these fine margins, games are won and lost. If that's given, it's 8 apiece. It's game on. I thought George Williams, I mean, how many times have we seen Williams do this throughout his career? He did it at Warrington against Catalan, if you remember, when Warrington were trying to come back from that horrendous start at the HJ. It was Williams who went through and got a great try. And this was another one from Williams against Catalan. He seems to like to play him, doesn't he? And I thought Williams throughout the game, the architect, lovely ball outside to Ashton. You can't give Ashton that much room on the edges. He's always going to score. Great try from Matty Ashton. Davis took his well. I thought they moved from coast to coast on that one really well. The Catalan Dragons, like I say, this was just a treat of rugby league. There was some nice tries in there, but for those of us who like a real intense battle, a really close game, a battle of defence, this was outstanding. Really, really good. There were some wonderful moments in it, some wonderful cover defence. I have to say, you know, when Fewlis went off, he thinks himself, well, you know, he's going in here, isn't he? But again, some really, really good chasing back from the Catalan Dragons side for that one. You know, they were really, really good. Johnson it was who ended up pinning him back. But yeah, some really, really good, open, expansive rugby league at times. But a lot of the time it's really tight, really gritty. Dare I say it? Not quite playoff intensity, but it had that feel about it. You feel that there's not an awful lot between Catalan Dragons and the Warrington Wolves. I mean, history is showing that every time these two play, 1, it's entertaining, 2, it's very close. And I think these could meet again in the latter end of the season in the playoffs. Catalan go into that, if they do, knowing that they've beaten Warrington twice this season, Warrington only getting that 1 win. But I think that Warrington were good value for this win. I have to say that. Really, really good performance this from the Warrington Wolves. Outstanding stuff. Those travelling wire fans will have had a great night in Perpignan last night. There's no question about that. So there you go. What a game. What a game, I hear you say. This is why we love the great sport. I said it was primetime TV on a Saturday, and I was right. Was it game of the week? 100% it was. We call it bang on once again here on Super League Raw. It was a treat. If you haven't watched it, go and watch the whole thing. Believe you me, if you like quality rugby league, that's what this game was. Quality rugby league. And when you consider the last time that the home fans went and watched the game on that turf, well, let's be fair, it was a game against Leeds. That was a shocker. This was quality. Right, let's get into the 3, 2, 1. The 3 points. I agree. I agree with Sky. I think Williams in games like this, you need your big game players to stand up. It's about moments. And Williams in this game, again, really, really good was George Williams. And, he's tried, brilliantly taken. He, of course, the ball out to Ashton in this one. He had 3 tackle busts in the game. He got a clean break in there 14 times. He had these hands on the ball for 91 metres. I thought George Williams yet again showing that he's in great form. It's wonderful to see George Williams back in this type of form on a rugby league field. Right, the 2 points. It has to be Roderick Tai of the Warrington Wolves. Oh, yeah. They've got to extend for an extra year. I think there's an option to extend Tai for a year. And I think at the moment, everybody expected Conor End to be in the centres this season alongside Toby King. That's how it started. But it's very difficult now to see how Roderick Tai can be dropped. Such is his form, which is really bad news for Conor Wrench. Conor Wrench is a great player for the Warrington Wolves. But Tai at the moment, on both sides of the ball, is playing incredible. 21 tackles. And if you go back and watch the highlights of this game where Roderick Tai was concerned, some of those tackles were absolutely brutal. Oh, yeah, they were really big hits from Big Roderick. Outstanding stuff from him in this, but he was also good going forward. 5 tackle breaks, busts in this game, a clean break, and 15 carries for 153 metres. To put that into context, that's winger territory. That's really good work from Roderick Tai, fully deserving of his 2 points. And the 1 point has to go to Josh Fewless. Another really assured performance from Josh. Not only 4 from 4 with the kicking tee, which was really important, but it was those work coming out of backfield, coming out of defence, giving those lads a breather when they were right under the cosh. He did it time and time again. I counted maybe 3-4 times. Josh Fewless bringing Warrington out, some really strong carries to relieve them of pressure, to allow the kick to be taken from a far better position around the 40-metre mark in their own half, and then, of course, getting the territory back down to the Catalan Dragons half. I thought Josh Fewless, outstanding. There you go. 3, 2, 1. Do you agree? Williams 3, Roderick Tai 2, and Josh Fewless 1. Outstanding stuff to both teams. This was a feast of rugby league. Yes, you can get a Domino's in on a Saturday night. Yes, get a Chinese and Indian, Italian, do whatever you want, but I'm telling you now, nothing would have been better on the taste buds last night than this wonderful game of rugby league. Ooh la la, hear you say. We'll be back with more in the shed a little bit later. The Catalan Dragons 8, Warrington Wolves 16. Sam Burgess means business, as do the Warrington Wolves. We'll see you later.